Hello everyone, welcome back to the Robo Samurai channel, and this time I'll be reviewing the Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Autobot tracks. So here he is, and this is the box. So the box has this nice little piece of artwork on it, and yeah, it looks pretty nice, I'd have to say. Pretty much all the usual stuff going on here, so yeah, and it came with one of those cards. I don't remember which because they're all in a pile. So there we have that. Alright, so let's take a look at this guy, and I know that there have been some complaints about this. I've seen some other reviews and whatnot, and I'd have to say that, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of looseness. But I don't know exactly, like these things, maybe it's his shins, his legs that don't stay together. Let's go ahead and straighten him out and kind of see what he looks like when he's straightened out here. Yeah, so he has these two accessories here. This thing, which you can mount also up here, and you can put that there, and then he also has this gun, which is pretty much animation accurate. It's got some hollowness to it, but that's okay. It's black, you can't really tell anyway, so that's nice. You could also do that with it if you wanted to. So and these things can stick into each other. They can also go into these 5mm port pegs here on his hands and on the side. And he also has some here in case you just feel really fun, like having some fun with those. So that's what we got going on there. So let's go ahead and set these aside for the moment, and let's take a look here and see what articulation he has. So can he stand up straight? Yes, he can. So he's got some waist swivel here. And can he do a full 360? Sure, why not? There you go. And he's got this. He's got some. He can do the full squats if he wants to. Sure. These can also go all the way out to the sides, and he can do the splits. So that's pretty interesting. Will he hold these poses? Well, I had him in a pose when we started, so my knees are a little loose, but not loose enough. You know, they're a little top heavy, and I know that's some of the problems that people have been complaining about. But for my copy, it seems to be all right. Now, this is he also has this in case you wanted to get that range of movement here. It can go all the way back that far. It can go this far. It can also go, again, full splits on both sides. So he does have ankle tilt. There's a bit of gappiness here. So he can go this way, and then he can tilt forward, tilt back, because this is a ball joint. And there it is right there. So pretty interesting. And there we go. His head can look up and down a little bit. Can spin to the left and the right a little bit. It could spin all the way around, except for that post is in the way. So the head sculpt looks pretty nice. It's a very good looking Trax head sculpt, so as you can see there. And he has detailing on his arms. He can go all the way up like this, and he can go somewhat, he can't really go forward, so he can't really look at his watch, if that's what he does. But he has got the bicep swivel here, and then he has no swivel at the hands, but he does have the elbow swivel, or the elbow joint that gets you that much right there. And these things move around too, so that's what he looks like. And yeah, so there he is. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting point here. Is they put a number right here. And I saw the Lazy Eyebrow reviewer, and he said try to take that off, and it took off the paint here because these are painted. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how I'm going to get this off. But that's quite all right. So here's what he looks like from the back. It's all right. You know, I mean, not too bad. And this is a faux chest. That's right. It's faux chest. It's not real. It's not the car windows. Do I have a problem with that? Not necessarily. So, you know, that's what we got going on with him. And I think that the head sculpt looks good. I think he looks good. I think that overall, it's not too bad. I have the Masterpiece version of Trax as well as the Road Rage, which I'm also going to be doing a review on Road Rage when it comes in, because I did order that one. I think through Hazard Pulse or something like that. Anyway, this one came to me from Big Bad Toy Store, and I actually had it just sitting there for a long time, and I had it shipped about a month ago, and I've just been kind of sitting on it waiting to do a review on it. So now that's when we're doing this review. So let's go on ahead and get it transformed. There's two modes. There is his car mode and then his flying car mode. So we're going to do it in that order. So let's go on ahead and take a look here. We're going to pull these to the side. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to untab this. Now, this is, it's got a tab right there if you can see it. So we're just going to lift that up. And I'd have to say this all being clear plastic is and being painted is kind of a little bit scary. But what we're going to do, because I don't want it to crack or anything and it looks kind of nice, so I'm going to go on ahead and open this up. And then we're going to snap these pieces into place just like that. Okay, so now we have those sitting there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull up his chest area. So this actually will untab. I believe it'll untab just like that. And we're going to pull that out and we're going to stretch this double joint out. And then we're going to, if you didn't notice, my hand just did it by accident, but I'll do it again. You're going to push his chest in just like that. So now we got him just looking like that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the legs. So let's do that. So what we want to do is open this panel here. And then we want to take the foot here, and we're going to, and this whole panel, so this panel is one, we're going to pull this up like this, make sure it kind of is not going to catch the other part. We're going to pull it over this way, and then we're going to keep it like in this position right here. Let's do the same thing for the other side. So we've got this, and then we're going to pull it over like that. Okay, now we got those pieces set. And look, it's a really stretched out long arm. Anyway, so we're going to now take these legs. We'll do them one at a time. I'm going to lift up this panel here. And we're going to pull this here like so. So that we have that looking like that. And then we are going to pull this. And we're going to flip this down the rest of the way, and you want to move that out of the way and then pull it down like that. There. Now we're going to close that up. Let's do the same thing for the other side. So pull this over all the way through and then make sure it kind of lands this way. Okay, and then pull this all the way down this way. So the trick to this is that you want to get those feet over this in this mode here, so everything's stretched out. Don't do this when it's all closed up. So, and then we'll go on ahead, make sure that that's in its place, and then close that, and then we'll snap these two together. And now we've got this, and this here is going to tab into here, and some people have problems with the copy of this, and these don't stay tabbed in very well. But now take the feet and then just push them up like that so that they're like this. Don't flip them over past this part here, just have them sitting there. Okay, so now we are going to take this here and we're going to fold this over thusly. Okay, and we kind of want to be careful with this, and actually these feet are tilted way too far in the wrong direction, so just kind of push them down like this, because we need to make room for this here to go over this entire area. Okay, so now one word of warning: when you're transforming this and trying to pull this out, when you go the other direction, it could be a tight fit, and you don't want to crack this clear painted plastic. So what I do is I actually, when this is securely snapped into place, you want to split these open and just kind of gently pull it out, and it will work it out. Don't try to pull this plastic or it will crack. So kind of the perils of working with the clear plastic here. So, but what you want to do is you can snap this in place right there. Okay, make sure, see, these come untabbed like that. and there. So we want to pull this down. Make sure that this piece of clear plastic goes into that little slot right there. So just give it a nice tink, just like that. And same thing on this side. Okay, there. Oh wait, hold on. All right, behave. There. All right, just kind of make sure that all the pieces line up. Now we're going to take this and, uh-oh, did I do this wrong? Maybe I did. Actually, I did. Oops. So hold on just a second here. It appears that I missed a step here. Welcome to live. You know, this is it. Actually, what I needed to do was flip this whole thing around. So let me go back. So I'm going to undo this, and maybe that's a good thing to do. So we'll do that and that. And I'm going to split these. And I can at least show you what I was talking about. See this here? So if I split it open like this, I'm not trying to pull up on this whole plastic piece here. So what I failed to do is turn this back around. There we go. Now we can go, continue by taking this and flipping it all the way around. So do it this way. There we go. So that's what you should have. Then you're going to fold this whole thing over. So you can snap these front, whoops, snap these front pieces together. Whoa, man, I got butterfingers today. All right, there we go. So, and then bring them down exactly like you did before. Okay, so we're going to put them there. We're going to snap this down in place. And then do the same things that I was showing you earlier. So let's turn these around, make sure everything's lined up here. Oh, by the way, you can flip these wrists in at the same time. And there. Okay, so now that we had turned that all around, see how everything kind of just wants to go together now. That's great. Give it a nice little snug push without breaking it. There we go. There. Okay, so that's what the bottom should look like. Now, go on ahead and fold this wing down like that. Oh, and if you have these, turn these in this direction here. So you want these to be just like this, okay? Fold these down, fold this down, and then fold it in, and fold it in. Okay, so outside of my little quick misstep there earlier, snap that in place, snap that in place, snap that in place, and there you go. Tracks in his alt mode. And he looks pretty good, I'll have to admit. Take a quick look here. Yeah, he has the red Firebird that is not a Firebird symbol on it. There's no yellow on this, as you can tell, so it's kind of an interesting thing. You've got some silver paint on the tire rims, and then you also have what seems to be some areas here, like this is where the license plate would be, and you can see that I think that's maybe one slight disadvantage here, is that these white pieces are obviously going to be his wings when we get into his second alt mode here, but you know, if you look really carefully, there are little lights there, and I'm considering what the options are for painting all of this, and I might get some repro labels or something, but yeah, so that's what it kind of looks like. There's plenty of clearance when it rolls on the ground, so there's no sweat, no issues with that. And so yeah, it looks like that. Now you can also take the weapons, you can put them right on top of each other, and then you can go on ahead and put that right there. You can also put it on the side if you're so daring. You can split them apart. You can put one here and you can put one on the other side. You can just make them look like a really armed, you know, pseudo Corvette. Okay. No road rage, guys. All right. So there we go. That's what we have. Now, yeah, let's go on ahead and take a look at him in his other mode. And so that's what we'll do now. Now we'll just reverse a little bit of the order of what we were doing earlier. So go on ahead and pull out his arm from underneath. Do it on both sides. Be kind of gentle there. Pull it forward, out, like that. Then pull his arm towards the chassis, fold the wing out. Then go on ahead and turn it in this direction, and that side's done. And we'll do the second one. Exactly like that. So we got that. Turn it around. See, that's the back side. And there we go. And then we can take these here, and be careful. These will flip out, these wings here, and just kind of turn them 180 degrees. These things tend to want to snap out. If you didn't notice what I just did there, I pushed it back in because there's not a lot of holding these in place. So, got that there. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, so and then what we do, that's essentially Trax in his flight mode. There's no stand to put him on, unfortunately. So if you wanted him to fly around a stand, then you would need to get something else for it. But you can arm him up by putting that same set of lasers or whatever up here and for his flight mode. So that's what we're dealing with right there. So yeah, that's what he looks like in his flight mode, and it's pretty cool. You know, I like it. It's very accurate. Now, and that's pretty much what we got going on there. So yeah, what do I think of this figure? I think this figure is fine. I think it works great. If you don't have a Trax, if you have the old generation Trax, maybe that's a good one. I think I didn't have that when I had the Wheeljack version of that mold in the old Generations line. It was okay. I just thought it was kind of fat. I think this one here, fat and stubby, like he was like really thick. So this here, he's got a nice profile and everything else, but there are some people who have issues with their copy of the mold, and that could cause some, I don't know, a little bit of, you know, consternation, like, hey, this doesn't work, or, you know, the excessive use of the clear plastic for this entire piece here, that could be an issue for some, or as reported, some people have the really loose knees on the joints and everything else. So yeah, so I guess your mileage may vary. My copy came out all right. I don't really have too many complaints about it, although I do find it just a touch scary to manipulate the plastic here, this clear plastic on top of this. So all right, so that's what we got going on there, and thanks for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch more of my Transformers reviews or any of my model builds, please subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.